What is up, Heretics? Welcome back to the Pop Culture Build series where I recreate movie builds, TV show, celebrity, and of course iconic video game cars as well. So in this one we're going to be recreating the Driver San Francisco 1970 Dodge Challenger RT. Absolutely incredible car from a great game. So Driver San Francisco was a 2011 game. It was available on PS3, Xbox 360, PC, all that good stuff. And it was a great game. Unfortunately, they never revived it, sadly, just is what it is. But at least here in GTA, we do have the Gauntlet Classic, which is the car we're going to be using for this build. This car is available from the Southern San Andreas website right down here. You can see. Oh, there it is. So about 600,000 for the regular price, and then 460 for the trade price. So there's the car right there. It's perfect. This one is literally directly based on the same car, 1970 Dodge Challenger, and it does have some parts to make it look like the later models, 71 and 2 and all that. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in. Oh, listen to that startup. I love the Gauntlet Classic. Is probably my favorite muscle car of the entire game. Absolutely love this thing. So obviously you're not going to do the Benny's upgrade because that converts it into the crazy Superbird / Charger Daytona, which we don't want that, obviously, so skip that. Below is fully up to you. I always like to do max internal performance and armor and stuff like that in all my builds, so we're going to do that. So bumpers, the first one you want to go with here is the bolted stock. It's going to be the closest to the one from the game. Rear bumpers, you want to do the bolted stock with the overriders.
Your cosmetics are on point.
For chassis, the car did not have a roll cage, so you want to skip this, leave that stock. Engine will max out. Exhaust. So the car did have a quad setup like this, but it was boxed exhaust, whereas here we have round. And scrolling through the options here, you can see these are all round except for this one, but instead of being 4, it's 2. I know, kind of annoying. And these are just side exit exhaust options. So it really, you can only go with either the boxed or the stock. I think the stock is a little closer since it's, supposed to be a quad setup. So I am going to stick with the stock exhaust, but if you want, you can also put the box. Front fenders, you don't want to do that. Those are like the CUDA style vents. Cars didn't have that. Grill, believe it or not, the stock grill is actually the closest, so we're going to keep that. Hood, so the car already comes with the shaker style hood stock, which is what the car from the game had. It had the 440 6-pack shaker hood, just super iconic. So yeah, none of these hoods, you definitely want to keep the stock one. Horn, we'll skip that. Lights, you want to keep them stock. You do not want the xenons. Liveries, so very important, you want to throw on here the twin black stripes. Now, worth mentioning, the one from the game, the stripes were a lot more separated. Here they're a bit closer together, but the reference is still there. Alternatively, you can also put on here the black Bravado if you want, a different look to it, but the closest out of all of these here is going to be the twin black stripes. So we'll just do that. Plate. So I went ahead and did make the Driver San Francisco plate. I made 2 different ones because I was just trying to test out the spacing. But yeah, this one right here is what we're going to do. So just take the one from the game.
Girl is looking good.
Rear fenders. You want to skip this. The car did not have these. Respray. Alright, so here is the most controversial part of this build. I did a ton of research on this too because I was really scratching my head wondering why the car was advertised in yellow, and everybody says it's yellow, but in the game it's quite clearly orange. So I was like, what the heck is going on? I'm not colorblind, So I was trying to figure out after doing a lot of different research. Basically, in the CGI cutscenes and promotional material, the Challenger was painted yellow. However, in the actual gameplay, it's painted more of like an orange color. So yeah, it's weird. So I guess technically you could go with either You can literally go with orange, you can go with bright orange, or you can go with the regular yellow. I've never done any build where you can choose 3 different shades of, you know, of color, but yeah, you can go with either one of those. I think we should probably go somewhere in between with the bright orange. This is like a really tough one. I guess it just depends if you want to make the color look more like, you know, when you're actually playing the game, or from the actual like CGI cut scenes and the actual promotional materials. So it's a really tough one. I don't know. To me personally, I think it's better to have it like you're actually playing the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint it orange. I'm probably gonna get a bunch of comments saying the car is yellow. I'm just gonna give you the timestamp to this section. But I'm gonna paint it orange for this. So you can also do bright orange. I think it's a little too yellow. So I'm gonna go with the regular orange there. No pearlescent, obviously, so we just did the classic. So secondary is actually going to be the roof and any other secondary options you have. Now, secondary is also linked to the engine bay, so your valve covers and all that. So if you want that hemi-orange look, obviously, right now we have it. Well, if we paint this orange, it's going to be orange, but hemi-orange is always a bit more like a reddish orange. So I'm actually going to throw on here the sunrise orange, and then we're going to override this with a primary roof. So we'll do that. Trim color is going to be black. Right now it's graphite. I think the black is a lot closer, so we'll do that.
It's almost as good as you.
Roof. So here we go. Just gonna go put on the primary roof there. Again, the engine thing is not necessary because in the game you can't see the engine bay, but I just thought it was a fun thing to throw in there to make it a little more realistic. Skirts. So the car didn't have any skirts. It was just the body color down below. Here we have the chrome. So you can throw on here the primary custom, or you can also do the primary ridge. So either one of those two. I'm just going to throw on the primary custom there. I think it's the most like flush. So we'll do that. Spoiler. So for this one, you want to throw on here the low level spoiler. Perfect. It's the exact spoiler pretty much. Suspension, you actually want to leave this stock. The car, I think it's sitting pretty much perfect. You don't want to lower it any more than that. So yeah, stock suspension. Transmission. Now turbo, it's up to you. I'm gonna skip it because I don't want that turbo sound in the background when I'm driving around, so I'm gonna skip it for now. Wheels. So for this, the car, it's really tough to tell in different cutscenes and stuff. But I mean, it's portrayed to have the stock wheels like the real one. So those are going to be in the muscle category. We go to stock, and then you want to throw on here the El Jefe wheels. These right here. Those are going to be the closest, and you want it to have the chrome lip with the alloy center, and no tire lettering. So perfect there. Not too much money. Windows. The car didn't have any window tints, so you want to keep that stock. And that's it. That's the build. Pretty simple, not anything really too crazy. I like the fact that we have the plate though. I love that, and the color and stuff. Again, I know the orange and yellow thing is very controversial. Just put whichever one you want, honestly, or maybe you have two. Then you call in your yellow one, then you call in your orange one. All right, let's go ahead and exit to ground. Take this thing for a drive. Alright, so it's almost done raining here. I had to wait a little bit for it to stop, but we're just outside. It looks pretty good, especially this regular orange in direct sunlight. It's not like, kind of has a little bit of yellow to it. So I mean, I think it works very well compared to the, you know, when you're actually playing the game, Driver San Francisco. Flooring it here, wheel spin. That plate really really seals the deal. I love that. The interior, I love the shaker hood too. That's so cool. Just iconic, man. Just very cool game. It's a very underrated game too. Personally, I've never played it. Sadly, I think I don't remember. I remember seeing the trailers on it, but I don't think I ever played it. I'm not sure why. But I think I'm definitely gonna give it a visit for sure. I've seen some gameplay and stuff, and it looks incredible. I mean, it's basically like an action-packed cop-style game, and you're driving tons of different cool American performance cars, and I'm like, wow, this is right up my alley. So I'm definitely gonna be playing it soon. Let me know if you guys want to see maybe some gameplay content on that. But yeah, being a muscle car, of course, this does wheelie in GTA. You know, you hold the handbrake and you can wheelie it and all that. But all right, let's go ahead and pull over here and open all the doors and stuff like we always do. So cool with a shaker and everything. All right, we'll open up the doors. Oh, and look at that. So we have the shaker that stays. Glad Rockstar did that. And then we got our sunrise orange valve covers instead of the regular orange. Kind of gives it that Hemi orange look against our brighter orange exterior with the black interior. Man, this turned out great. Very happy with that. Even if this wasn't, you know, a pop culture build, like this is one of those that you look at and you're like, wow, that's a genuinely good looking build on there either way. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, and if you're gonna be replicating one, I mean, this car is cheap enough, you know, you might as well. And this NPC is going nuts right now apparently. But anyways, guys, definitely let me know down below in the comments which pop culture build you want to see me do next. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.